Kickstart. Tony Murigi. And when we started the show, we told you that today, Githunguri, news for you guys because NCBA Bank are opening a new branch, and we have Ian Keitani already yuko on ground, and he's going to be speaking to Jane Waithaka, who's the GM Central Region. Ian, good morning.
Well, thank you very much. Like I told you earlier on, we were supposed to come back to you. And like I said, we are in Githunguri town, where NCBA Bank is opening its newest branch in town. Now, this comes as well as the opening of the Limuru branch, as the NCBA Bank seeks to expand its base. And like I promised earlier on, is that I'll be speaking to some of the top leadership of this particular bank. And right now, I just want us to jump straight to talk to the general manager, the general manager rather of this central region. That is Ms. Jane Waithaka. She'll just join us in a moment just to tell us what is happening here. Very good morning to you.
Good morning to you, and thank you for being here. Today is a big day for us. We are actually opening our 96th branch called Githunguri branch, located in Githunguri town. Thank you.
Well, this is a new branch. First of all, what is the motivation behind opening branches across the country? Because from where I sit, it's you're seeking to expand your base to reach more people. So what is the main goal for you as a bank?
Our main goal is exactly what you've said. We really want and we need to reach out to our customers. We realized, of course, as much as we have digital banking, the internet banking, we also need to get closer to the people. Because as Kenyans, we are more social and we become even more comfortable where we can associate ourselves with where we are keeping our money and to ensure that it is safe. So when you open a new place, a new branch for the bank, then it makes it even easier for us to reach out to our customers and for customers to trust us even more.
Of course, residents of this particular area do expect a variety of services from you now that you are, of course, situated in Githunguri town. Now, from the perspective of someone who's out there, maybe a business person, a local resident, what services should they expect from you now that you're located here right close to them?
All banking services. That includes, we bank you when you open your account, you want to keep transacting, irrespective of what business you are doing, or even if it's a salary account. We are doing all that, including now also facilitating loans and advances to all our customers. So that includes any business loans, personal loans, mortgages if you want to buy a house or you want to own a house. We also do that for asset finance. We finance all kinds of assets, including vehicles, borders, lorries, any kind of personal vehicles if you wish. So we are financing, we are doing everything that, including leasing. The bank, NCBA, also offers leasing for those people who do not want to own but would like to lease.
Now, as a bank, you registered a profit of 9.8 billion, of course, compared to the first half of 2023, which was 9.4 billion. That is, positive growth. What are your sights on as a bank going to the second half of the year?
We're looking out to do even better. And what we would like to say at this juncture is to say thank you so much to our customers, because without you, this would not have happened. So we want to say thank you so much. You've made us proud, and we continue doing and serving you well. The fact that the bank is continuing to make profits just means that we are serving our customers well, and our customers are also supporting us well.
Now, fair enough. For someone who's out there who probably does not have a bank account or has a small business who's looking for a bank to work with, why should they choose NCBA?
Banks across the country, and in the secondary, NCBA is the first one, I guess, in the entire world where the bank has decided that we are in the new era and we are going to no monthly fees. So we've waived all the ledger fees. So another good reason why anyone any new customers can come and join us, because you're going to enjoy that. No monthly regia fees. We are not charging it at all. We've decided to waive it just as a way of also giving back to our customers.
Now, finally, before I let you go, because the event is about to start, apart from this Githunguri branch, you said it is a branch number 96. What other market are you looking into? What other branches are we, looking at in terms of, widening your expanding your base? Because there are people out there, probably in other counties, who are looking at, watching K24 TV right now on Kameme TV because you're live and saying, NCB have decided to open a branch in Githunguri. When will they come to, probably our county? So what are some of the areas that, you're looking at going forward to open new branches?
Yes, in Central Region, we are looking out to open a branch in Tatu City. That is around Roiro. Roiro, we also have another branch called along the Kamakis Highway, along the Eastern Bypass. So we have another branch there. But we are also planning to open one at Kamakis. At Tatu City, which is going to serve now because that, if you've gone to that area, the industrial park for Tatu City has become so big, and we also wanted to narrow down all the way from now Kiambu all the way to Roiro town. So we are opening a branch then we are also looking for space in Moya. So Moya, we are also going to open there very soon. We are also going to be opening a branch in Maua, but that probably is going to come towards the end of the new year. And then we also have others in the other parts of the country, in Western, also in the Eastern area, and also in the Northern region, where we'll be opening Nyahururu. Nyahururu is also coming up this year. So before the cross of 2024, NCBA will be at 100 branches.
Now finally, NCBA has a lot of programs, outreach programs. We've seen, NCBA offering education scholarships to students across the country. Probably for the youth and even for women out there, any empowerment programs that NCBA offers to them, as they seek to join or come or be on board or join NCBA Bank and be a bank that they can probably depend on and partner with.
So actually, most of our services we empower a lot of women, and in addition to that, what else we are also doing, we have
well, fair enough. I guess we're just running out of time a little bit because the event is just about to start, and like she was explaining, NCBA Bank of course offers a lot of services in terms of women empowerment and green movement. Of course, we'll be talking to even the branch manager later on just to keep you updated and of course inform the residents of this particular area what the bank offers and what they should expect moving forward. With NCBA Bank opening its newest branch, like Ms. Waithaka said, it is the 96th branch. And of course, that is all that we have for you at this particular moment in time. But we'll be coming to you later on with more updates and, of course, the official opening of this particular branch. Back to you.
All right, thank you there, Ian Keitani. And personally, I think after this show, I am going to open a new account with NCBA Bank. Like, who doesn't want a bank that doesn't have monthly ledger fees? Tony, umesikia? Hakuna kukatwa ati those monthly fees with NCBA Bank, by the way. Your money is secured. Hakuna hizo sijui funny charges. Maybe after this show, Tony, in the next 20 minutes.
At exactly 10:05.
I am going to open an account.
Tuko hii kitu mbio mpaka Githunguri, si ndio? Because hatuwezi miss a big function like that.
We can't.
Ndio?
Aje.
Kabisa. Na kama una watch this show, na hujafungua account yako NCBA after this show, tafadhali tukitoka hewani tu hivi.
Kimbia.
Wewe pia kimbia the nearest branch, si ndio? Kabisa. And now kama kawaida kila siku ya Monday tuko na guest Monday to Friday. And leo for the second time, we have this amazing guest from Tharaka Nithi County, sindio? And allow me just to mention them, majina yao, nisije nikakosea pole. Harriet Mugambi, the chairperson of Uragate Cultural Festival. Karibu sana. Salimia handshake, karibu sana. Then tuko na Kaloki Kitavi, Assistant Director, Meru National Park. Correct?
Correct.
Mr. Kaloki.
Kitavi
Kaloki. Not Kaloki Kitavi.
The other way around.
So you love yanza na Kitavi then Kaloki.
Yes.
Karibu sana kwenye show.
Asante.
Habari ya Tharaka Nithi?
Tuko poa kabisa.
Karibu Nairobi.
Asante.
Nairobi tuko na building ndefu ni nini? Sijui kama Tharaka ziko.
Baridi ndio mingi.
But I thought since you guys are close to Mount Kenya, it's even colder huko.
No. Tharaka Nithi is hot.
Really?
quite hot. Right now it's very warm.
I think it's being at the leeward side of Mount Kenya and quite a distance from
Tony,
the
unakumbuka?
mountain.
Leeward na?
Windward.
Windward, yeah, kabisa. Leeward, windward, nakumbuka. Hizo siwezi sahau, si ndio?
Yes.
Kabisa. Karibuni sana. As someone who is watching right now, because we know the Uragate Festival is coming soon, all right? Although the dates has been pushed, you'll be telling us more about that later.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we want to get exactly that picture of the KWS involvement in the Uragate Festival.
Yeah, thank you. Involvement into cultural festival in this sense because Uragate is just a gate near the park, one of the park's entry gate, and we have the cultural festivals being held just at a distance of close to 1.5 kilometers from the gate. It's just our neighbors.
Okay.
So we find that it's important to collaborate with this community aspects of activities that are doing, and we find culture coming in where we want to embed cultural tourism as part of our activities that we undertake besides safari tourism and beach tourism and the like. Yes.
Right.
You know, very interesting. The tourism CS, that is Rebecca Miano, recently told people to suspend their appetite on wild animal meat in regards to the mpox. And you guys, through Uragate Festival, have been telling the people of the Rakanithi why they should stop poaching the wild animals and all that. Has that really helped you guys getting involved in Uragate Festival and educating now the people of the Rakanithi? Has it made an impact? Because I believe this is not the first festival you guys are getting involved in.
Yeah, this is the 6th edition of Uragate Cultural Festivals that we are being involved in as one of the main sponsors in this festival. I remember one of the core mandates of Kenya Wildlife Service is to provide education and extension services to the people. And the first group of people we call our stakeholders are the communities. So it's important for us to reach to these communities, and it is in this forum where we get en masse a lot of people from all walks of Tharaka Nithi besides Meru County and other counties, where now we are able now to address some of these issues that pertaining threats to wildlife conservation. Yes.
Has it made an impact for the 6 years?
It has. It has. Apart from the year 2020, when we had COVID setting in, where so many people lost employment, and people did not have money in their pockets, and demand for protein was so high, that's when now we started facing the challenge of bushmeat. It's now a threat that is we are really working around the clock with the communities that surround the park to ensure that we sensitize them on the dangers and the threats they're putting themselves into when they embark on consuming bushmeat. Yes, and this now provides one of the right forums. Yeah,
Kabisa.
For sure.
Harriet, just coming to you because you are the chairperson of the Uragate Festival and the committee ambayo inaandaa the 6th edition, right? Kama sijakosea. Someone is watching na siku zinakaribia za the festival. How are the plans so far? Asilimia ngapi zimefikia for someone who's watching na angependa kuja katika festival ya mwaka huu?
Thank you for starting on 28th this week, but was postponed due to inevitable circumstances that we found ourselves in. Now we are able to confirm here that the festival is ready, or they are ready. We have got, because we have exhibit, we have of them are there. Who would like to come to Uragate? We are sure that just some of them they will also be there are cultures actually. There is the Chuka, there is the Mwembe, there is the Daraka, there is Modambi. Actually four. And all of them are coming in to exhibit their cultures, from food, herbs, their machinery, whatever they used to farm, what they used to, of course, some of them were hunters and gatherers. They have their, all that in their culture is going to be there.
Kitambo tukiwa wadogo tukisoma tulikuwa tunaambiwa there was one way of passing information ya moshi. When you see that kind of smoke signal, you know that there is a child who has been born. Ukitokea simu moshi umeenda hivi, that someone has died. Maybe we'll see in that.
Yes, we have what we call the E-Nteractive chapter of the Raka Navy.
Oh, yeah.
They will be there. They always are. You also be able to meet the Mugwe. Mugwe is the seer, the Raka seer. Now, these are people who intervene, especially in situations where there is a problem or if there is good news. So sometimes when you hear Mugwe speak, there is something he is trying to say about either the lack of rains, either good news that the gods have spoken to them, and that is embedded within our culture. Now, usually you find that there will be more interpretations of some of the practices that people have not come to understand. And because of that, we have secluded places and booths for Njori Ncheke, for Mugwe, for other cultural practitioners to come and explain some of these concepts. So we are saying that it is a place of learning. Even for us who have grown up in these cultures, there's still a lot that we can learn from the cultural festival.
And we mentioned something nzuri sana ya culture, because we know right now Gen Z na vijana wa sasa mambo na culture kidogo hawaelewi, because wamezaliwa katika era ambayo ni tofauti. Impact yake imekuwa vipi kwa vijana ambao maybe watakuwa hapo na for the past edition, imekuwa vipi the impact of the festival?
You notice that, thank you for that, a lot of the population that is going to be at Uragate are the youth. Are the youth. One, because we have provided forum for them to come and exhibit their talents. We go out there and do auditions for them. And usually the festival is a 24-hour affair. So once we have seen the dances in the morning up to afternoon, in the evening, the youth have their own extravaganza, which is guided because we hire out musicians. We allow them to use the platform now to market themselves as forthcoming musicians. So the youth are there. In fact, out of the 15,000 people who come there daily, we can say half of them are the youth. Yes.
Nice.
And most of them, those who have got things that they want to show now, because we're going technology, we also give them booths to come and show us how do you do this through technology. How do you make, for example, like some of them are doing their art, which is related to culture, and they do it through technology, and they will exhibit there and even sell their merchandise. So we have had a very good following with it. And even among the groups that come to dance, we always encourage every group to have the youth, because that is the future. Because a group that doesn't have the youth will finish anyway at some point. So we feel, we have told them that every time they have a group that is going to practice, and even as we go to look at them, we tell them this group doesn't have a future if it doesn't have the youth. So you'll find that half of the people who are going to dance are actually youth. Also, they will be there in the cultural dances and all. So they've actually embraced that. The other thing is that they've realized that they can make a living out of the cultural festival. Not even just the cultural festival, but the cultural practices they do. Because those who are dancing, they have realized that every time they go and dance in a forum, they make money. We are trying to work, we are working with KWS so that our teams can actually entertain guests at the park. Or even at the gate of the park. And that will be a constant source of resource, of revenue for them. So the youth have actually embraced the cultural whatever very well, and you'll be surprised, majority of those who are now purposing to come are the youth.
Okay.
Just, I've heard her mentioning the word youth. Here in Nairobi, they use Gen Z.
Youth goes up to 35 years.
So it's still safe.
So they still say Gen Zs.
On a lighter note,
The Gen Zs are there because we have also got programs for the Gen Zs. Because we engage them in fashion shows, which is something, but cultural fashion shows, yes. We tell them to come and showcase what they would do. They come with their dresses, we give them a platform, they walk around, they do their catwalking, but within the context of the cultural festival, yes. So they're there, they're also there.
Right, Mr. Kitabi, I had Harriet speaking of hunters and gatherers. Those are some of the things that are in the Tharaka-Nithi culture. How do you strike the balance? Because there's that aspect of people back then, they used to hunt, and now you guys are now coming in to tell them we need to take care of our wild animals. How do you strike the balance for them to continue teaching their culture and for you guys to keep the wild animals safe?
Yeah, we in the past we used to struggle when we'd find people in their homesteads with bows and arrows, and in the past would be so aggressive and against them. But until we understood their cultural orientation, what their culture has been about, now we've been able to work in collaboration with the communities, going by having people who are perhaps been suspected of doing hunting activities in the park. We don't just go directly and arrest people simply because we found those sort of artifacts in their homesteads. Yeah, we've understood that. But now we are telling them there are several ways on both consumptive and non-consumptive wildlife-based resources that we are able to engage in, including sale of curio ware, including them being able now to come and showcase their cultural values through dances and songs at our gates. Something we've now started embracing. We are in the process of ensuring that we open that gateway for these communities to engage in that. We also are offering opportunities for community tour guides. We are telling them through education, where we have these gates, where we engage only the communities that surround the park. They have that opportunity to venture into, and this provides direct employment into these communities. So we have these consumptive wild-based practices that we are trying to integrate, because we realize that if we do not provide this good education to the community, we are risking biodiversity loss. And it's through the cultural dimension that we are coming into, we are trying to see how we can embrace the values that the communities have and integrate them with wildlife conservation. Yes.
Do you guys have police reservice, or they're not under KWS?
No, we do not have police reservice. We only have Kenya Wildlife Service as rangers who work, but we do multi-agency collaboration where we work with the national government administrative officers. That's through the Ministry of Interior. That is where now we work with these other forces where we have issues that we feel would get out of hand from the protected areas. Yes.
Kabisa.
That's amazing, Tony. I'm loving this, because in places where people do hunting and then they see the KWS officers, those nikawa nasemanga maji na mafuta. But you guys are trying to show the community we can work together and we can make our area successful.
Kabisa.
I'm really loving that.
As a festival, we saw that as a major challenge.
Yes.
And we decided to start a game, a competitive game for archery.
Okay.
Because we are saying don't shoot the animals. We can still exhibit our skills in shooting and all that. So one of the major attractions of the festival is archery. People come and shoot at targets, not animals.
Yes.
And so in doing that, we satisfy that urge to
shooting.
still show that you're a good marksman, you can do that and that. That is part of the festival.
Naambia tuko na less than 54 seconds before tumalize. Umesema kwamba imechangewa dates from 28th, lakini haukutuambia
to 4th, from 4th to 7th.
All right.
Yeah,
Kabisa.
4th to 7th.
Of September.
Of September, yes.
All right.
It's just a week forward. To just push
the registration
forward.
of someone who want to do the exhibition ishafungwa ama bado iko on?
No, it's still on. The registration is still on. And people can even register even on the ground when they come.
Nice.
But it is easier when we already know, so that we can anticipate and also create space for them, plan ahead for them. Yes, it's still not too late. We still have a week. We can still accommodate more.
Kabisa.
People want to.
Mtazamaji, kama ulikuwa na plan nyingine yote ya kufanya on the 4th to 7th, tafadhali weka plan kando, because in Kenya, in 254, in East Africa, in Africa, the only plan itakuwa in Kenya, in Africa itakuwa ni Ura Gate Festival going down from 4th to 7th. Si ndio? Kama ulikuwa unafanya harusi hiyo weekend, hiyo wiki achana nao kabisa, weka mbali. Ambia mke wako ataelewa, mtafanya from 8th kwenda mbele. Si ndio? Kabisa Sarah.
You know it will be very wrong not to hear from Mr. Kitavi. For all those people who want to learn a thing or two from the KWS officers during this festival, what are you going to tell them?
I want to tell all Kenyans, when you come, you'll have the opportunity, besides interacting with the cultural activities that will be between 4th and 7th, you'll have an opportunity now to venture and tour into Meru National Park. Besides Meru National Park, we have also other attractions within Tharaka Nithi County, but Meru National Park offers the best opportunity of a wilderness experience. I would ask you to block your calendar, mark your diary. Karibu tutunze mali yetu pamoja. Asante. Karibuni tutunze mali yetu pamoja.
Mali yetu pamoja.
Yeah, and perhaps on social media platforms, you can find us on Facebook at Kenya Wildlife Service, on X at KWS Kenya, and on Instagram at Kenya Wildlife Service. Yes.
All right, Tony, personally, I've never been to Meru National Park, and I think this is the best opportunity for us to go and explore. Sindio?
Yeah, kabisa. Ujue the good thing, ukishafika, wanatupatia chakula bure, kulala bure, like, you know, the beautiful things, sindio?
Yeah, and we learn history, the people from Tharaka Nithi,
exactly, yeah.
All right, and for our viewers, when you are pale nyumbani, please make sure you also clear your schedule during the 4th to 7th, sindio? Sisi wote tutakuwa tunaelekea Tharaka Nithi for this amazing festival. Tony, unfortunately tunafukuzwa studio. That's all the time that we had. Na feel like leo time imekimbia sana.
Kabisa.
Sindio?
When it's good,
when you're having a good time.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what they say. Anyways, thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in. See you tomorrow morning bright and early for another amazing episode
like
of Interactive. From us, Team Interactive, tunasema nini?
Adios.
Catch every thrilling moment of the English Premier League. The German FA Cup.
Harry Kane! Kane scores! How many times have you had that?
La Liga.